Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of DC Collectors. Today we're continuing our look at the Kenner Total Justice action figures, and with today's episode we're looking at the Wave 3 Green Arrow figure. Now with Wave 3, Total Justice sort of went to more obscure character choices for the line, and this one is, you may know Green Arrow as Oliver Queen, but this is not even Oliver Queen, this is Connor Hawke Green Arrow. So an even more obscure choice than just normal Oliver Queen Green Arrow, but of course he was the prominent Green Arrow during the time this figure was actually released. So let's take a look at the box. For this one, you can see more pre-posed stances here. They're just awful to me, but we're going to review it anyway. Take a look at the box here. Of course, ages 4 and up. Here's a good look at the back of the box, and it gives you some instructions on how to make sure that everything works with your Green Arrow figure. And the bottom of the box, which gives you UPS code or UPC codes, and of course a look at some of the other figures. Now I'm gonna show you the Wave 3 figures included that Connor Hawke Green Arrow, Black Lightning, the Huntress, and Parallax, which were all, I guess, pretty popular figures during this mid-90s DC Comics era. Alrighty, so that's a look at the box. Let's pop this guy open, see what he's like. Alright, so here is Green Arrow out of the package. He comes with a couple of different cool features. He comes with, of course, this bow and arrow, which I'm not a fan of the arrow being, molded into the bow piece, but this is a common thing to do with Green Arrow figures, is to have the arrow molded in for, I guess, better play purposes. I don't know, but if you actually hold the arrow in his hands, yeah, the pre-posed stance of the figure does make him look like he's kind of shooting arrows. But also, if you see this little peg here, this actually attaches to his back, so he can, kind of hold this on his backpack or on his back when he has this really weird mega fractal tech gear mega longbow. Woo! And of course, you can't have a 90s toy without having some sort of launcher. So here's the arrow launcher, and I guess, I don't know, how do you put this thing in? I guess it just sort of slides in like that, and then it gives you the look and feel of a bow and arrow. But this is Fractal Tech Gear Mega Launcher, Mega Arrow, and we don't really care anything about that. And you can see it does have a little hand grip there, so this hand can hold the thing, while the other hand just sort of, just hangs out and kind of looks like it's holding something. And then, of course, to shoot this, there's a little button right there, and it shoots out. Pretty nice. So let's pull Connor, I was about to say Ollie, back up. He also comes with this, I guess this eyepiece. It looks like something Deadshot would wear, but, Green Arrow might need it too. You never know. It doesn't look like it actually, kind of has any peg holes or anything to go around his face, but it does seem to just sort of hang in there, just kind of clip in there around him. Yep, just like that. There you go. Because Green Arrow always needs the extra protection or extra advantage because he's not any good without that extra advantage. I know, this is the whole premise of the Total Justice line was, Batman gives everybody this fractal tech gear to make them even more powerful, but it's silly to me. It's super silly to me. I like the figures just for what they are. So let's take a look at this. Of course, you have the nasty pre-posed design. I mean, this arm can literally do nothing but turn like this. That's it. It's good for holding a bow. This arm, man, put a Coke can in his hand and he can turn it up and drink or something. I don't know. But this useless as well. And it doesn't go all the way around because of course his hand's here, so it's not going to go all the way around. His head will not. That's about as far as it'll go because the hood of the costume keeps it from turning any further. Same with here, the chin just hits the hood and it will not go any further than that. You got the pre-posed legs here, and of course they bend pretty decently, you know, but that's not what this figure is about. Obviously this thing is about standing cool, holding the bow and arrow. Of course, I talked about the peg hole here on the back so that the normal bow, we'll just stick it in right there, and it actually goes in all the way. So it makes it, one thing it does make him do is a little bit, it kind of tilts the weight back a little, so you really have to work his legs to get that perfect balance for the figure. And now let's take the bow out of the backpack because we really want to see what he looks like holding it. So we could just put the bow in his hand, maybe. I don't know, that thumb is kind of in the way there, but let's see if we can do that without breaking anything too badly. There we go. And of course there's nothing, the hand, if you look here, the hand is, there's nothing to really hold here, so you just kind of have to pretend that his hand is holding the it fell out, sorry. You gotta kind of pretend that his hand is holding the bow back and the arrow, and then you want to turn his head so he kind of looks like he's fixing to shoot something. Decent, but again, you know, you get one kind of display look from this figure, and that's just like this, because the legs don't bend, there's no knee joints, everything's sculpted one particular way to get that one look out of the figure, which it was a total miss to me on these figures. But they do have that 90s nostalgia factor that a lot of people are looking for, so these are kind of collectible in that way. But there you go. This is one of the few Connor Hawke Green Arrow figures out there. So take a look at him. Connor Hawke Green Arrow from Total Justice. So if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. You can also check me out at DCCollectors.com for all the latest DC Comics toys and action figure news around on the internet. And you can also check me out at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DC Collectors. Peace.